afternoon, race fans, and welcome here to qualifying for race number 33 of Season 4 of the NNSCRA Duracell Cup Series. Non-charter qualifying about to get underway here. 25 laps at the Boston International Speedway. You know the drill. Top 6 transfer into the main event as D Poteet, former charter winner this season, and Brad Stover will lead us to green. Let's roll at Boston. Boston, as usual, playing host to the first race of the final round of the playoffs. And a big opportunity here for drivers to be able to take part in the main event at one of maybe the more technical tracks that we run during the playoffs. As K Mathews is going to lead the first lap. And D Poteet way up the track there. You saw him taking 3 wide. That's why this track is so technical, because turns 1 and 2 are so difficult for drivers to gauge just how much speed they can carry into it. And D Poteet learned very quickly. You can't take it too fast. They're 3 wide further behind him with D Voyles, L Chung, and I think that was Quentin Moore's Eris Toyota on the top side as Z Stultz gets to the inside of K Mathews, and he will take the top spot off of turn 2. J Schwallenberg, former winner this season in the charter system, back at one of the Chili Bowl heats, moving into the second position, and now A Sampsell looks to the inside of K Mathews for third. K Mathews out of S3 Motorsports, a team that has a win here at Boston. Back in the inaugural season, or sorry, not the inaugural season, season 3, I should say. Last year, Charles Sanford went to victory lane here. So you got to wonder what tips K Mathews might have gotten from Sanford, who we will be seeing later on today. 2 of our 3 former winners are going to be in the field here later on this afternoon. Ryan Butcher was the winner here back in Season 2. The inaugural winner is not in the field. We'll actually be seeing him in the upcoming 5th season of the Duracell Cup Series, however. That's Diego Yepes, who was a 2-time winner back in Season 1. He ended up winning at Lime Rock, which we were at a couple of weeks ago, and then followed it up 2 weeks later here at Boston International. D Voyles now moves into the 4th position. A Sampsell in 5th, and here's the battle for the transfer spot. D Poteet, the pole sitter, now has it. Dawson Wise wants it, and he will look to the inside into turn 1. Caution, I believe, is out. I think I saw the caution lights on as K Mathews makes a move to the inside of D Schwallenberg. Move by for 2nd. D Voyles follows in 3rd. Can't get a clear look at the other caution lights here through 3 and 4, but I'm pretty certain I saw yellow lights on there entering to turn 1, and there's the smoke. There is the caution. So the yellow flag is indeed out. On lap number 7, Z Stultz going to lead us back here to the yellow flag. See who this was involved. It looks like Tristan Allen. Possibly Michael Wayne Robinson as well, but a lot of front-end damage on the Dex Imaging Toyota Camry. Our charter winner from Bristol Dirt earlier on this year. And it looks like we got some more drivers back here that got involved. J Dearborn in the 07 out of Mills Motorsports. So a 2-3 maybe car incident bringing out this yellow flag. There's the skid marks on the front straightaway, so we have a clear indication of where it was. Now let's go back and see how it all transpired as Z Stultz leads us under the first caution of the day. 3 wide off of turn 4. And it looks like maybe, it's tough to tell there. J Dearborn was trying to keep himself off the wall. He kind of pins Tristan Allen down, and Tristan's trying to give him room at the same time. I don't think he realized that he was to the right rear quarter panel. Michael Wayne Robinson hooked the 93 up into Dearborn. And Tristan Allen getting the worst out of that. He was trying to do the best he could to avoid a wreck happening in that situation, and that's not exactly the kind of payment I think he was looking for. In the fact he was trying to keep everybody pointed the right direction and avoid an incident, but 3 drivers there, Robinson, Dearborn, and Allen, all sustaining damage. More than likely, they won't be transferring into the main event. So we're going to go back now for the restart, see how many laps we'll have left, and continue on this race here at Boston. We should be getting the 1 green signal momentarily, maybe even this next time by. All drivers that were involved in the incident have returned back to the racetrack. I don't think that either Robinson or Dearborn came to pit lane. Tristan Allen did. They have taken quite a bit of sheet metal off that machine, but he is still out there, still running in the 26th position, last car running. So all 26 drivers take the green flag here when we eventually get this thing back underway. Update on the rookie points coming into this one after S Ozkan made the race last week at Arizona. He's now cut Dylan Schwallenberg's rookie points lead down to 7 points. 20 points back is Pedro Lucas as well as Joshua Osborne, so it looks like it might be between a couple of Camrys as to who's going to get Rookie of the Year this year between Schwallenberg and S Ozkan. Right now, Schwallenberg is up in a transfer position right now in 4th place. Ozkan in the moment is currently running in 16th. Still plenty of race left to go here, though, as we're not even to the halfway point. Lap 12 is going to go on the board here, and when they hit the back straightaway, we'll be halfway through this race. So still plenty of time for Ozkan to work his way up here into the top 6. Still plenty of time for Dylan Schwallenberg to run to issues and drop outside of a transfer spot. The only drivers right now that I think are in trouble are those that got the damage there back in that first incident. But Z Stultz got to the front, stayed at the front. We'll see if he can keep it at the front here as he will be leading them back to green. Kyle Mathews second, Daniel Voyles in the 3rd position as the green flag flies once more. Stultz gets a good jump. Mathews right there with him. Bit of a gap though. Back to 3rd place, Daniel Voyles. And now with it being single file restart, it'll be interesting to see just how quickly battles will culminate. As I believe Michael Roode back there is making a move on A Sampsell. That would be for the final transfer spot right now, 6th place. Brad Stover looking on, so throw a blanket over a few Toyota Camrys there. Daniel Voyles on Kyle Mathews for 2nd. Dawson Wise to the inside of Schwallenberg for 4th. Voyles completes the pass, move him to the runner-up spot. Schwallenberg trying to get the run off of 4. Hold station with Dawson Wise for the moment at the start-finish line. But I think Dawson Wise is going to have the advantage here on the inside of turn 1. Kyle Mathews back to the inside to take 2nd place from Daniel Voyles. So those two exchange the 2nd spot a couple of times there in these last 2 laps. A Sampsell was kicked way up to that 3rd groove. He's dropping back quickly. Michael Roode making forward progress, however. He's going to move up to 4th, getting around Dawson Wise. And Voyles back on Kyle Mathews for 2nd place. Guy that's loving this right now has got to be Z Stultz. 2nd place on back. They're willing to battle. That means he doesn't have to battle them as woo. Saw right there, Kyle Mathews move up the track. He did that in reaction to the fact he saw the 0-0 of Michael Roode couldn't hold the bottom. Drifted up about a half groove. That could cost the Kings Island Chevrolet here into turn 1. Well, he rode it up high, but he kept his foot in it, did Kyle Mathews. But there you see off the corner, losing a lot of momentum. Dawson Wise goes by him for 4th. 5th place now, Brad Stover, and Kyle Mathews' troubles are not over. Dylan Schwallenberg now looking for 6th, with Joshua Osborne right behind him in that Mopar Dodge. So top 5 all single file, 6th place under contest. Schwallenberg, Mathews, Osborne, Seth Cole might get into this mix here if they continue to race it up. Mathews not willing to give up on that top side. Schwallenberg tries to go up there and side draft out of 4. Mathews might have him cleared here into turn 1. Schwallenberg drives it deep though. See how Kyle Mathews puts his left sides in the dark gray there, trying to keep some grip. Schwallenberg might have him here, though. I think he's got him cleared into turn 3. Mathews drives it deep again, but this time he's not going to be able to get nearly the run he did on the last lap. Actually had to lift there to avoid hitting the wall. So Schwallenberg moves into 6th. Osborne looks to move to 7th. And Mathews is going the wrong way. Osborne now to the inside of Schwallenberg for the final transfer spot. L Chung last couple of times back there has almost hit the wall off of 2. As Schwallenberg goes awfully high there through the middle of 3 into 4. And Joshua Osborne trying to clear for the 6th position. Mathews got back to the bottom, and he's back on the charge. Schwallenberg way up the track there. These top 5 have not mixed it up at all. The battling right now is 6th place on back, where they are double, and in one portion I think they were 3 wide. And it'll be 5 laps to go this next time by, so this is the dogfight for the final transfer spot. Mathews, Osborne, Will Goss now up into the picture. As Osborne way up the track. Pedro Lucas is back in this group. Harrison Ponder, as well as Rob Evans in the 65. There's a lot of drivers right now that want that final transfer spot, as the top 5 spots have all pulled away. Will Goss going to move into the final transfer position for the moment. Mathews battled back on the high side, but he almost drifted up into the wall. He went so high into 1. 3 wide now as Seth Cole goes up the middle. Pedro Lucas takes it low. Will Goss might be able to run away with the 6th position if these guys continue to race. He's actually starting to reel in the top 5. Is the Sports Clips Toyota. So this race might already be decided here as, woo! Seth Cole just barely given enough room for Kyle Mathews to get on by. Ponder now to the inside of Lucas for 7th. As up here at the front, those drivers in that camera shot look like the ones that will transfer unless something happens here in the final couple of laps. 2 laps to go for Zachary Stultz, who might be proving here today it could be very important for drivers to qualify up towards the front of the field later on to be able to maintain that track position. Because as soon as he got to the front, he has been able to keep it out in clean air. White flag in the air, 1 more lap to go for Zach Stultz. Zach's looking to make his 11th start on the season, making him only the 4th driver that has made double-digit starts this year. Dylan Schwallenberg, Samet Ozkan have had 11 so far this season. Joshua Osborne with 10, and Stultz had 10. And he'll make his 11th here today as he's going to win the non-charter qualifying race at Boston. Michael Roode in 2nd, Daniel Voyles, Will Goss, Brad Stover, and Dawson Wise will be the top 6 that will transfer into the main event later on today. And the top 6, they just all pulled away. They were in a world of their own, it seems. Pedro Lucas was trying to reel them in, but he was 0.8 of a second behind 6th place Dawson Wise. So a bit of a walk in the park there for those top 6. And they were racing it up a little bit there as well for around 3rd back to 6th position. So who knows if we had a couple more handful of laps, if those guys might have been reeled in and we might have had a couple more contenders for the transfer spots. But Zach Stultz, though, that car is strong when it's out in front. Going to have a lot of traffic to have to work through, though, later on today, rolling off from the 37th position. But he does make the race. Michael Roode is going to be making his 10th start on the year now, as he finishes 2nd. Daniel Voyles, he will be making his 8th start on the season. Will Goss, who's actually made quite a number of races the last couple of weeks, actually made last week, if I recall correctly, at Arizona. He is going to be making his 9th start on the season. Brad Stover will be making his, just lost the name, there it is, 7th start on the year, and Dawson Wise will be making his 10th start on the season, as those were your top 6 here today in non-charter qualifying. So those drivers will be bringing up the rear of the field later on for the main event. If we're looking at drivers that could try shaking things up for the rookie points lead, Zach Stultz and Dawson Wise both came into this race a total of 21 points behind Dylan Schwallenberg, and Schwallenberg did not make this race. Now, Stultz and Wise, the most that they can gain is if they get rookie of the race, they can gain 10 points, but they could at least close it down to 11 points between themselves and Schwallenberg for that rookie points lead, with still 3 races remaining on the schedule after this weekend. So anything is still possible. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. Thank you all for tuning into this non-charter qualifying session from Boston. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you tune in later on today for our main event for the Tea Party 300, race number 7 of the playoffs, and the first race of the final round of the playoffs. First step to determining our final 4. We'll see you guys for that later on this afternoon, as you've been watching another production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best.